All right, let's get right into it. For any athlete, no matter the sport, there's this universal moment of truth. And it's not the perfect play, it's not the big win. It's what happens in the 3 seconds right after you mess up. That little window isn't just a moment. It's a critical decision point. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can master it. I mean, we've all been there, right? You shank a pass, you miss an easy shot, and bam, suddenly it's like you've completely forgotten how to play. Your timing is gone, your confidence just craters, and what should have been one tiny error just snowballs into a total performance disaster. So what's the deal? Why does this happen? Well, here's the thing. The answer isn't that you suddenly lost all your talent or, your toughness. The problem is what mental performance coaches call the smudged lens. Think of it as a breakdown in your internal operating system, one that completely distorts how you see the game. Imagine it like this. That one mistake acts like a giant thumbprint smudging up a camera lens. All of a sudden, everything gets blurry. Your focus gets super narrow, your ability to read the play slows way, way down, and your confidence just takes a nosedive. And if you don't do anything about it, that smudge guarantees the next play is going to be even harder. And this is so important to understand. This isn't about skill. It's a reaction happening in your body and your brain. Your nervous system is literally trying to play the game while looking through a foggy filter of tension and all those negative thoughts. Your skill is still in there, I promise. It's just buried under all that mental clutter. You haven't gotten worse, you just can't see clearly anymore. So, if the problem is a smudged lens, what's the fix? Well, it's actually pretty simple. We need a way to wipe it clean, and not later, but in real time, right there in the middle of a match. And that tool, it's called the Mindfulness Reset. The Mindfulness Reset is a cornerstone skill in the Flow Mental Performance Skill System, or MPSS. Now, this isn't some woo-woo, sit-on-a-mountaintop meditation thing. Not at all. It's a super fast, functional skill designed to snap your attention right back to the present moment after your mind gets pulled away, whether it's dwelling on a past mistake or worrying about the future. And I really want to hammer this point home. We're not talking about deep breathing to relax or doing therapy on the court. This is functional attention training. It's lightning fast. Seriously, it can take less than a second. And you do it right in the flow of the game. The goal isn't to be zen. The goal is to be clear and get right back to the task at hand. All right, so that's the what and the why. Now for the how. How do you actually do this? Well, the whole process is boiled down into a super simple 4-step framework that you can remember and use even when everything feels like it's going crazy. Step 1, you gotta notice that internal shift. You know that feeling? The tight chest, the racing thoughts? That's your cue. Step 2, you name it. Just give it a simple, neutral label. Step 3, you release it with a quick physical action, like an exhale or dropping your shoulders. And finally, step 4, you return your focus to a specific cue for the next play. It's that simple. Notice, name, release, return. So here's a little bit of the science behind why this simple trick actually works. When you notice your mind is stuck replaying a mistake, you name it with a simple word like past or thinking. That one tiny act literally pulls your brain out of its emotional reactive spiral and kicks it into the logical language part. It puts you back in the driver's seat. And from there, you can return your focus to something concrete, like ball or read. It gets you out of the story in your head and back into the game. Now, look, just like a serve or a free throw, this is a skill. And what do we do with skills? We practice them. You can't just hope this is going to show up for you under pressure if you haven't put in the reps. So let's look at how you can build this mental muscle right into your practices. Here are a couple of awesome drills from the Flow MPS system built for exactly this. But here's the crazy part. The goal of these drills is not to be perfect. No way. The goal is actually to create situations where you're likely to get distracted, so you can practice resetting. Every single time your mind wanders, that's not a failure. That's a rep, and every rep makes you stronger. So, in the late read drill, we're using delayed cues to basically create that mental fog on purpose to smudge the lens so you can practice cleaning it. And then you've got the chaos rally, which is exactly what it sounds like. We just crank the dial to 11. It's messy, it's unpredictable, the exact kind of play that usually causes a spiral. But by building in a tiny window to reset, you're literally proving to your own brain that you can find clarity even when the game is at its most frantic. Okay, so we've got the theory, we've got the practice drills, but what about the real world? What does this look like in the heat of a game when the pressure's on and every point counts? Let's walk through it. So picture this crucial moment in the match. A setter puts up a bad set. And right away, what happens? Her mind goes into instant replay mode. She feels her shoulders tense up, and that little critic inside her head just starts screaming. And this is where the downward spiral begins. But wait. Instead of letting that spiral pull her down, she hits the reset button. She notices those racing thoughts. She names it, past. She takes one quick, sharp breath. That's the release. And then she immediately returns her focus to her job for the very next play. She just broke the cycle. It was quick, it was subtle, almost invisible. But she's back. She's present, ready for the next ball. And really, this is what it all boils down to. This quote says everything. The mistake itself is almost never the real problem. It's the uncontrolled, spiraling reaction in the moments right after that truly tanks a performance. This reset skill gives purpose to those 3 seconds, turning what could be chaos into a moment of clarity. So, if this is resonating with you, if you're an athlete or a coach and you want to start building this skill to really master the mental game, here's what you can do next. For 10 more resources, drills, and really in-depth explanations, you can visit flowmpc.com. And if you want a practical guide you can actually take with you, the Flow MPS Athlete, Coach, and Pocket Guides are all on Amazon. They're just incredible tools for making this training part of your daily routine. So I'll just leave you with this question. Your mind is going to wander. In practice, in games, in life, that's a guarantee. The goal isn't to have perfect, unbroken focus. That's impossible. The real skill, the game changer, is in the coming back. So the only question that really matters is this: how quickly can you return?